Hi there, welcome to Heather's Hippo Yoga. I am Heather, and today we're going to do a yoga practice to open the chest and open the shoulders, right? So this is really great if you have really tight shoulders and it's really difficult for you to stretch. So we're going to do a couple poses to help aid in that flexibility. So to start, come to a nice comfortable seat in Sukhasana, sitting up nice and tall. Allow your hands to rest in your lap and your shoulders to fall down your back. Close your eyes and soften the face. Make sure you're not tight or tense. And just tune into the breath for a moment. Bring one hand to your belly. Feel the rise and fall of your belly as you breathe. And bring the other hand to your heart. And feel your heartbeat. See if you can connect to it. Excellent. Go ahead, open your eyes, relax your hands in your lap, and let's start to Sufi grind. So you're going to start to kind of lead with your chest and your belly button. And just start to make circles with your torso, right? And we're not trying to be like a stiff board here, right? We're really trying to isolate the chest, the belly button, and that lower back. So if it helps to think about you're leading with the space between the heart and the belly button. And these circles can be as big or as small as you'd like. And then connect the breath. Inhale, circle forward. Exhale, circle back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. And we're tilting our pelvis, starting to rock and stir that pelvic bowl. Right, waking up that energy that sometimes gets a little dense down there. And then reverse directions. And slowly, one at a time, make the circle smaller. Eventually come into stillness. And inhale the shoulders forward, up, exhale back and down. Ooh, I hear a little crackly. Inhale forward, up, all the way up as big as you can. Exhale back and down, really exaggerated. Inhale forward, up, exhale back and down, sitting up nice and tall. Go ahead, drop the chin to your chest and just start to roll out the head. Really slowly. Just breathe in and out through that nose. Nice, full, deep breaths. Really take your time here. And reverse directions. And bring your chin back to your chest at center. Interlace those fingers behind your head and gently pull those elbows in. Try and breathe into that upper back space. Feel the stretch there. See if you can soften it. And inhale, lift those elbows up nice and wide, sitting up even taller. We're going to do some CatCow spinal inflections here because we want to really warm up our spine so we can do all that chest opening and shoulder work. So inhale the heart forward, widen those elbows. Exhale, draw the elbows in, sit on the back of your tailbone. Inhale forward. Exhale back. so our back is rounded right now. And now we're gonna inhale, forward, arc the back. Exhale, round it. Navel to spine. Inhale, forward, almost like we're rocking on a boat. And exhale, back. Go ahead, inhale, come to sit up nice and tall. Elbows are still super wide. Shoulders are down. And just drop one elbow at a time. Just doing a little side bend, spinal inflections here. Right, we want to move our spine in all 6 directions to keep it strong and supple. And come back to center. Just add a little twist. Nothing too serious. We're just warming up. Let your abdomen do the work here. Come back to center. Inhale, reach those arms up as high as you can, and exhale them out and down. Ooh, we're gonna do that again. Inhale the arms out and up. Really reach those fingertips. Exhale out and down. Take up as much space as you can. Inhale out and up. Exhale out and down. Woo! My shoulders are popping. Go ahead, roll them out. We're starting to get that fluid in the joints moving. Almost like we're lubricating them, right? If you imagine that you're the Tin Man from The Wizard of Oz, you need oil to move. And so moving these joints is what keeps them flowing and moving freely and easily. All right, let's go to tabletop. I like to put these gloves on. They help keep my hands from slipping on the mat. Okay, so wrists are going to go under the shoulders, knees under the hips. If you want to put a blanket down underneath your knees for cushion, have at it. Spread those fingers wide, reach the crown forward and that tailbone back. Make sure we're not sunken down into the shoulders. Press through the hands, engage the shoulders, and draw the belly button into the spine. Just breathe here for a moment. Feel the wrists and the shoulders kind of engaging and working, starting to warm up a little bit. Great way to stretch out those shoulders is when your shoulders have already been a little active, a little bit warm. You can always stretch a little further. You've already done the warm-up part. So just start by making circles with your whole torso. So we're circling front, left, back, right, front, left, back, right, reverse directions to the left, front, right, back, left, front, right, back. Excellent. And moving into the cat and cow. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart and gaze. Exhale, tuck that tailbone, navel to spine, chin to chest. Arc that back. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, round the back to cat. Inhale to cow. And exhale to cat. Really tilt the pelvis, move that spine. And remember, when you're in cow, you want to widen the space between the fronts of your shoulders, okay? Make it nice and wide. Keep moving at your own pace. Excellent. Come back to a neutral spine, fully engaged. We're going to thread the needle. So inhale that left arm up and exhale, slip it through in between that right hand and right knee. So the right hand's under the shoulder, left shoulder's on the floor, left side of the head is also on the floor. And reach through the crown to the tailbone so we're nice and straight here in the spine. Feel the twist in the back, the stretch in the shoulder, and breathe. And go ahead, inhale, press through that hand, come back up to tabletop. Let's switch sides. Inhale that right arm up and exhale, thread it on through. So right side of the head is on the floor, right shoulder is on the floor, left hand's under the left shoulder. Breathe here. Nice deep full breaths. And inhale, press back up to tabletop. Widen the knees, touch the toes. Sit your hips back and release down into child's pose. Lengthen through the spine. Maybe walk that forehead about an inch forward. And now walk those hands out in front of you and up over to the top left-hand corner of the mat. Breathe into the side body here. And then walk those hands over to the top right-hand corner. And back to center. Now what we're going to do is we're going to slide that left hand right underneath the right. So your left shoulder's on the ground, right side of the head is on the ground. Very similar to that thread the needle. We're just doing it from child's pose. You can always put your head on a block or a pillow if that's a little easier. Press through that right hand, bring both hands back to center, and then slip that right hand right underneath the left. So right side of the head is on the floor, right shoulder's on the floor, left arm is reaching out in front of you. Breathe. And then bring both hands back to center. Find that child's pose again. Excellent. Go ahead, walk your hands up. Come into tabletop one more time. Just gonna pull my shirt down. Just popping up. And shift forward onto your belly. Hands are next to your chest. Press into the tops of your feet. Draw the navel into your spine and inhale, lift the gaze, reach that heart forward. Now, your hands aren't doing any of the work here. They're just kind of chilling. Widen the space between the fronts of your shoulders and reach that heart forward. Lead with it. And exhale, lower. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower. Excellent. Go ahead, come back up to tabletop. Tuck your toes and send your hips up. Down dog. Send those heels down to the mat and that booty up. Feel the stretch at the back of those legs. And bend those knees, right? It's more important to get the booty up than the heels down. Maybe walk the dog. One knee at a time. Press through those hands. Make sure those shoulders are engaged. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, sigh. Inhale, walk up to the top of the mat. Or forward fold. Bend those knees. Let that torso drape over the legs. Shake the head, yes. Shake the head, no. Hands can always go to your block. Relax those shoulders, relax the neck. And walk those hands up your leg to come up to stand. Nice. All right, so next what we're gonna do is just do a little bit more shoulder stretching and chest opening. So if you have a wall nearby, find it. It doesn't need to be a super big space, just a wall that you can come stand next to, all right? You wanna make sure nothing's in front of it. So what you're gonna do, and I apologize for the booty shot, is you're gonna put your right arm with the palm flat on the wall, parallel to the floor. Fingers are spread wide, okay? Now my chest is facing the wall. What I'm gonna do is leave my right hand on the wall and turn my chest to the left. I'm trying to touch my right shoulder to the wall. You want to feel a nice deep stretch through the shoulder, kind of like above the armpit, into the front part of your breast. Just breathe here. Nice deep breaths. And then go ahead, relax down. Bounce the shoulders out and switch sides. Left palm is flat on the wall. The arm is parallel with the floor. My chest is at the wall. And we're just going to turn our chest to the right. We're trying to touch that left shoulder to the wall now. Feeling that stretch through the left shoulder and the left pectoral muscle. Breathe. And go ahead, relax. Shake the shoulders, and we're gonna do one more set of those stretches, but it's gonna be slightly different. We're gonna do cactus arms with the elbow parallel to the floor, fingers facing up, palm flat on the wall, and you're gonna turn your torso to the left. So now we're really opening up the chest, really stretching here. So it's almost like your arm is behind you. Don't forget to breathe. And go ahead, relax, release that arm, and switch sides. So the palm is flat on the wall, fingers face up, elbow parallel with the floor, and turn your torso to the right. You should feel that stretch of the left side of the body, the left shoulder, left pec muscles, or in the boob. Just breathe in there. And then relax, release, roll them out, give them a little bouncy bounce. And grab your blanket if you need cushion for your knees, okay? We're gonna do a little bit more spinal stretch, so that way we can do a couple more back bends, but that requires a little bit more stretching. So blanket on the mat for cushion, just kind of in like the halfway and then towards the back a little bit. Have your props nearby and find that Tadasana. Feet rooted into the earth, all four corners grounded down. Engage those legs, tuck the tail, navel in. Chest is wide and open, so the fronts of your shoulders are open. Palms face front, and engage Mahaband, all three locks. That root lock, engage those bathroom muscles. So squeeze the bathroom Kegel muscles, draw them in and up into the navel, and tuck your chin slightly. Reach the crown up. We're fully engaged. For Tadasana, or mountain pose. Now take up as much space as you can with your fingers. As you inhale, reach those arms out and up as high as you can. Exhale, dive down, forward fold. Inhale, half lift or flat back. Reach the crown forward, and exhale, fold. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, Tadasana. Nice big breaths. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale those arms out and up. Exhale, Tadasana. Nice, let's move on to some Anjaneyasana. This is gonna be great for doing a little back bend. It's very fancy. I'll walk you through it. Find that Tadasana, fully rooted, fully engaged. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, dive down, hands to your props. Inhale, step that right foot back to a nice low lunge. I highly recommend using props here, right? If I'm up like this, I can really open my shoulders up, right? Really open that chest, looking forward. Lower the knee, press into the feet, and rise on up. So you've got the tops of your foot on the back is on the floor, knees over the ankle, hips are squared off, right hip moves forward, left hip moves back. Navel is drawn in, chest is super wide. Breathe here for a moment, feel that stretch up the front hip. And exhale, shift back, half split. Let's stretch this back leg for a moment. Flex those toes, lengthen through the crown, all the way down to the tailbone. And inhale forward, Anjaneyasana. Swoop those arms up. Nice wide V. Release those shoulders, open that chest up. Breathe. And go ahead, interlace those fingers behind your back. And if you just want to stay here, totally fine. If you want, you can send your hands down to the floor. Open that chest nice and wide. Keep that navel in and those legs engaged. And if you feel comfortable, you can move the hands further down, lifting the heart, lifting the gaze. And exhale, release the hands to frame the foot. Tuck the toe, lift the knee, step on up. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale those arms up. And exhale, Tadasana. Beautiful. Make sure when you're doing those back bends that you're leading with the heart, almost like a rainbow. So imagine that if you're Care-a-Lots, you know, the Care Bears. I think it was Care-a-Lots, the one with the heart, the pink one. So when you do a back bend, you lead with the heart and the gaze, and then it goes up and over. Never straight back. You're gonna hurt yourself. So think like a rainbow. Lead with the heart up and over. Let's do that other side. Find that Tadasana, fully rooted. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, dive down, hands to the props. Inhale that left foot back. Low lunge. Widen those shoulders. Knees over the ankle, look straight ahead. And lower the knee, press into the feet, rise on up, Anjaneyasana. Square off the hips, right hip back, left hip forward. Feel the stretch. Breathe, wide chest. And shift back to half split. Flex that foot. Bring those toes back to the knee. And inhale forward, back to Anjaneyasana. Swoop the arms up. Nice wide V with the hands. Lower the shoulders. Draw the navel and press through those feet. You have to be fully engaged to do the back bend here. Interlace those hands behind your back. If you want to stay right here, sounds good. Or send the hands down. Lead with the heart. Make that rainbow. And release the hands. Frame the foot. Tuck the toe, lift the knee, step on up, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Hang out here for a second. Really reach that tailbone back and the crown of your head forward. Draw the navel in, widen those shoulders. Feel that stretch up the back leg. Breathe. Exhale, fold. Inhale the arms out and up exhale, Tadasana. Nice, good job. All right, let's move that blanket out of the way. And we're gonna do a little bit of dancer pose. Now, when I do this, it's not super pretty, but we're all different, right? My body's built different than your body. Your dancer pose is gonna look different from my dancer pose. It's all gravy. So to start with dancer pose, we're gonna start, if you have a chair or a dresser or a wall nearby to use for balance, do it, trust, just do it. So first you're gonna start by grabbing the back of your right foot. I have to get a little momentum. So make sure you're squared off to the front of your mat, draw that navel in, you're gonna reach the left hand forward. Now, what you're gonna do is send the top of your right foot to the back. Press the foot back, which is gonna lift the leg up, opening the heart, breathing here. As far as you can go, you can always ease off. We're balancing. Keep that navel in. And release the foot. Take a second. It's doing all sorts of triple, quadruple duty, right? You're balancing, you're doing a back bend, you're opening the chest, you're stretching the shoulder, you're stretching your quad. It's a lot. So something to help is to make sure that you have that drishti, that gaze, that focal point that you just stare at. That keeps you balanced and level, okay? Keep that core engaged. Let's try the other side. Love using my wall for balance. And let's grab that left foot. Okay. Make sure your hips are squared off. Draw that navel in, engage it. Reach the right hand forward, parallel with the floor, and send the left foot back. Press through the hand. It's gonna lift the knee. Keep breathing, don't hold your breath. Relax. My left side is not so hot. That's okay. My left side's always been a little weaker than my right side. It's totally fine. You may also be able to get your foot all the way up there, like full on. Ah. Not for me, but that's okay. I'm still getting the intention of the pose. I'm still getting that back bend, that chest opener. I'm getting the stretch at the quad. I'm getting the balancing, right? All those stabilizer muscles working. I'm getting all the same things that you get. Maybe your foot's just higher. Who cares? It's grand. Okay, all right, let's come down to sit on the floor. In Virasana on your knees for a moment. And just take a second. That was a pretty intense back bend and it's a hard pose. And let's go ahead, keep the knees closed. Go ahead, bring your forehead down to the mat. Almost like you're curling up into a little ball. Just like a little counter pose here. Right, we're doing the opposite direction with our spine. Your hands can reach behind you if that's comfortable. I like to keep my hands in front of me. Just breathe here. And go ahead and use your hands to come up to sit on your knees. All right, if you need to put cushion under your knees or in between your feet and your bum, feel free to do that. It takes a little pressure off the knees. If you're fine, cool. Let's make little light fists with our hands. Tuck it behind our back. Just open that chest up super wide and just breathe here for a moment. And if you want a deeper stretch, you can grab your wrists or your elbows. Just breathe into the stretch. And maybe interlace those fingers behind your back and send the hands down. So really send that heart up. We're not trying to lean back right now. We're just trying to open up the shoulders, right? We're lengthening and widening the space between the fronts of our two shoulders. ahead, relax. Whew. Maybe round your back a little bit, tuck your chin. Goodness. All right, go ahead, widen those toes, widen the knees, touch the toes, release the heart and the head down to the mat. A little child's pose. Breathe deeply. Go ahead, walk your hands up and make your way over onto your back. Draw your knees into your chest. Relax your lower back into the floor. Relax your shoulders. Just breathe here for a moment. We're just going to massage our spine a little bit because we've done a lot of spinal work, right? The spine is involved with the chest and the shoulders. It's the whole thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to rock and roll up to sit. So hands are underneath the backs of your knees, drawing your knees in. You're going to look at your belly button and inhale, rock forward, exhale back. You're just going to do this a couple times and then come up to sit. Some of you may hate that, some of you may love that. Me, it's always I have a very sensitive back, so anything like that, some days it doesn't feel great, other days I'm like, yes, right? Just depends on how you're feeling. Okay, last thing we're gonna do, and if you have a very large pillow, or if you have that blanket, we're gonna do a little supported butterfly. So, lay your pillow in line with your mat behind you. If you don't have a pillow, you can take your blanket like so and roll it up. Make like a little tube and lay that down where the pillow is, okay? Right, blanket or pillow, totally up to you. And all you're gonna do is one more chest opener. Have the base of the pillow at the base of your spine. Lay down on the pillow or the blanket. Make sure your head is supported, right? You don't want it fully back. Make sure it has a pillow or something under it. And you can open your arms up into a T or a cactus. Do you see how open the chest is? That's what we want. We want you to relax here. And then just put the bottoms of your feet together. Open up those knees for a little butterfly. If this is too intense for butterfly, go ahead and put a block underneath your knee to support you here. Totally up to you. Whatever feels just awesome. That's what we want. Really just let it go. Totally relax. Soften the face. Breathe into the heart and the shoulders, the chest, the belly, those hips. Just a few more breaths here. And really you're welcome to stay here for as long as you like. You don't have to move if you don't want to. It's your life. You do you. Just breathe, relax. joining us. That's Astrid. Oh, hey, sweet pea. I think for me today, I'm just going to stay here because this feels really nourishing for me. So I'm going to choose to do my Shavasana here. You are welcome to do your Shavasana however works for you. Right? You can lay down on your back with your legs spread and your arms wide. You can lay on your left side, your right side, your belly. You can lay on your back with your feet elevated. You do you, my friends. Find what Shavasana works for you. This is my jam right now, so I'm not moving. So like I said, find your Shavasana, whatever it may be. Get nice and comfortable. Fully relax, allowing the weight of your head to fully fall into the floor. The shoulders, the arms and hands soft. The back, the lower back, the glute muscles, the thighs, the calves, ankles and feet. Just let them go. Let them be. There's nothing left for you to do right now, except perhaps like this video and subscribe to my channel and share with friends if you did in fact enjoy this practice. Sorry, I had to plug it. Just know you can stay in Shavasana as long as you like. Nothing left to do but Shavasana.